There's this one cognitive ability that we all have, and it underpins, well, pretty much every single thought you've ever had. It's a power that lets you plan, lets you wonder, lets you invent. Today, we're going to dive into this amazing and honestly kind of overlooked human superpower.
Just think about it for a second. Every single time you ask why, or what if I did this instead, you are tapping into the exact same fundamental part of your mind. It is literally the engine of all our curiosity and all our creativity. So what is it?
Right there. That's it. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But this ability to connect a cause to an effect, it's one of the most profound things the human mind can do. It's the tool that lets us navigate our world, understand it, and ultimately change it. It really is a superpower.
Okay, so let's really unpack what this superpower actually is. We're not just talking about simple observation here. This is about our brain seeing this invisible web of connections that links, well, everything that happens around us.
The term scientists use for this is causal understanding. It's that mental process of connecting an action to an outcome. All the making and doing and generating, that just fuels our thoughts. It's how we know a virus makes us sick. And what's absolutely wild? Our brain does this so automatically, most of the time we don't even notice it's happening.
In this example, just nails it. You don't see a bunch of separate, disconnected events. Your brain instantly puts it all together into one single, meaningful action. Someone is unlocking the door. You see the cause making the effect happen. That is a cognitive leap that really no other animal does quite like we do.
So to really get this, we've got to look at the two big ways we learn about the world. One gives us the power to predict what's coming next. But the other one gives us the power to take control.
So on one hand, you've got statistical learning. This is your brain just passively matching patterns. Think about it. It's how you know the next line of a song you love without even trying. This gives us the power to predict. But then there's interventional learning, and this is active. This is you learning by doing, by messing around with things. It's a kid figuring out which block is going to make the whole tower crash down. This is where we get the power to control.
This quote really gets to the heart of it. Picture this. You're leaning on a door in a hardware store, and a bell keeps ringing. If you don't realize you're the one causing it, it's just a random series of events. But the second you intentionally push that door to make the bell ring, your purpose changes everything. It becomes a real causal action. The fact that you knew what you were doing, that's what makes all the difference.
So where does this incredible ability even come from? Well, it turns out we start building it almost from the moment we're born, and it's this journey that really separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. It all starts at just 3 months old with what's called a me-causal sense. That amazing moment when a baby realizes, hey, I can make things happen, like kicking their feet makes the mobile spin. Then by 9 months, that expands. We get they-causal understanding. We start learning by watching and copying what others do. But the really big leap? That happens around age 4 with it-causal thinking. This is when we finally get that cause and effect exists out in the world, totally separate from us. A toy car can roll down a ramp all by itself.
And that right there is the key difference. See, most animals live in what scientists call a point of do. They totally understand how their own actions get them a goal, right? Press a lever, get some food. But they never quite generalize that out into this objective, impersonal force of causality that runs the entire world. They never quite get to that objective point of view that we have.
But, like any great superpower, this ability to control the world, it comes with a pretty serious dark side. It has this potential for huge, unintended, and sometimes catastrophic consequences. And the perfect metaphor for this is a classic story you probably know.
Right. In Disney's Fantasia, Mickey uses magic to make a broom do his chores. And at first, it works great, but he quickly loses control. He knew how to start the causal chain, but he has no idea how to stop it. And before he knows it, he is literally drowning in the consequences. This is a pretty powerful analogy for us, for humanity.
I mean, look at the miracles our superpower has given us. Every single thing on this list, from plumbing to rockets to vaccines and even traffic laws, it all comes from us understanding a causal link and then intervening to create a result we want. We've built entire civilizations. We tell these epic stories, all because we can intentionally make things happen.
But here's the flip side. This is the dark magic of our superpower. Because when those same interventions scale up, they create these incredibly complex chain reactions that we just did not see coming. From industrial pollutants changing our climate to microplastics inside our own bodies, these are our out-of-control brooms. They are the unintended consequences of our incredible power.
It's a pretty sobering thought, isn't it? So, what do we do now? Are we just stuck like Mickey, drowning in a flood of our own making? Well, not necessarily. The good news is, the very same superpower that got us into this mess might be the only thing that can get us out. We can actually turn our causal understanding back on ourselves and intervene on our own behavior.
So here's a path forward. First up, education. We have to teach the next generation to see the world not just as simple actions, but as these huge, complex causal systems. Next, sociality. Our causal learning is social, it's how we're wired. So just talking about what actions actually make a real, positive difference can amplify their effect. And finally, values. Our power to intervene, it's all driven by what we want. So we have to consciously aim that power toward a future we actually want to live in.
And as climate activist Ayanna Elizabeth Johnson puts it, this isn't about inventing everything from scratch. We already have so many solutions. Our real job now is to apply our collective will, our causal power, to scale them up, spread them around, and actually put them to use. It's a really hopeful, action-oriented way of looking at it.
And that brings it all right back to where we started, with a single action. See, this superpower isn't some abstract thing. It lives inside every single one of us. So the final question isn't just what can do done, it's a much more personal one. It's a really small step from what if to what can I do? And with that power in our hands, it's time to get doing.